right, good morning, everybody. It is Cowboy. How we doing? It is 8:32 a.m. EST. Got started just a little bit late today, a couple minutes late, and we're going to jump right into the charts. Actually, you know what? Let's, before we do charts, look at the data. I believe some just came out, like right now. Let's see here. Thursday. Okay, so the prelim GDP and unemployment claims. Unemployment was uneventful. We basically hit the estimate there. A little bit better on GDP, right? Meaning that GDP came out a little higher than estimated. So probably not going to see a lot of effect in the markets this morning. Best place to look at that's going to be in the Forex market and on SP 500 futures, but SP 500 is not going to really move quite as much until the markets open in another hour. So we'll take a look at the FX market to see the effect. Let's see, this is the daily. So let me jump down to the 5-minute-ish. Yeah, just a push down, and that's to be expected. USD getting stronger, pulling everything else down. So might be able to sneak in a trade here. Let me see what the algos look like. Sorry about all the gobbledygook on the screen. Just want to take a look to see if I can make a little money right now. Might be worth a shot. Let me take a quick look. Yeah. This is kind of a nice little trade here, I think. I don't think there's any more data today. And I think we could see, there must have been some European data overnight for that kind of a move. Yeah. Okay, so CPI came out for the euro. However, the higher time frame still looks pretty bearish. So we might be able to see a short here. Yeah. Actually, the weekly is really bullish on this. But still, that's the weekly. The daily is pretty bearish. So I might have a little room for a short here. Let me take a look at the market structure, see if I want to take this short or not. Yeah, okay. Maybe like a target right here. Preliminary initial target right there. I might get a small short on right here. And then I might add to it if I see some better opportunity. The risk to reward on this is, unfortunately, because of the data announcement. I mean, it's pretty good if you go down to your 618 target. So I don't mind taking a short that looks like this. Let me bring my trade station where it needs to be. Yeah, see how it's kind of pulling up a little bit. Let's take a look at the low time frame, see if it's going to actually pull back and give me a better entry. Because everything, yeah. Okay, so here we go. Now this is actually pretty good. Pretty little trade here, I think. Let me just go ahead and pull the trigger on it. Let me see. Yeah. Might even take a look over USD JPY as well for an opportunity. Give me a moment. See, we're here to make money, folks. You gotta understand that. This is a live trading show. And despite, sometimes, let me just put it this way. I like my trades down the middle of the plate, right? I hold a lot of my value in crypto long-term moves and also precious metals and a little bit of real estate. So, but if I do see a trade that's down the middle of the plate and I can pull in a little bit of money, 3, 4, then I will, 103. Okay. Giving us a nice little entry here. Yeah, a little bearish retest. Get me a little bit more R's on this. Okay, just take a double look at this. Yeah, this is looking like it's shaping up to be a nice trade. I'm going to go down to the 5-minute. See if I can maximize my entry. As you can see, price is pulling up, which would be into actually a little bit of a loss right here, but we're getting a bearish retest and we're basically right at structure. So if you look here, you have a consolidation here. And then the data gave us a breakout. So I could tighten up my stop inside of that consolidation into some of that. into some of those structures right there to save me a little bit of money. And then I'm just going to wait and let that mature a little bit, right, on a lower time frame. So what's my stop? 1.10952. Yeah, I think I'm going to play that. That's beautiful. All right, let me, on my trade station, I got to mark this out on a lower time frame. Give me a second. 1.10952 is on that's on the 1 minute. Okay, no wonder. Yeah, I think we're right at our ideal entry right now. Being patient, waiting for my signal to ping. And then my take profit is going to be down at 1.10355. So we're going to be patient, get our best possible entry here. And then I'm going to review the data to make sure there are no more data coming out. 1.10355. Yeah, we're just pinging over here. 10355. And then as this trade continues to move, usually on a trade like this, a consolidation breakout on a low time frame, like the 1 minute here, basically, that's a very low time frame. I will be pretty aggressive in moving stops on this. But, I could have entered sort of at this structural bearish retest. I mean, that might have been the ideal entry. And I'm starting to see everything shape up for what I need. So let me go ahead and get ready to take this trade. And down to the bottom target, this is a 4-to-1, but we do have an initial area where I'll be moving my stop to entry, or at least, taking some risk off or something. You see, now we've been patient and we're seeing a much, much better entry, right? And we're also seeing a potential where we might have lost this trade too, because my metrics are telling me I can't get in yet. I'm waiting for metrics to flip over. Got to be patient with these things. Everything on the 5 minute says it's great, but the 1 minute keeps being stubborn. Okay. Click over. Just being patient here. Sorry for a boring show, but we're here to make money, folks. That's how it works. Yeah, being stubborn. Look at this. Let me zoom in here so you can see this. This is looking like it's the ideal entry. It keeps retesting the bottom of this structure here, which basically is truly right there. So it keeps going to test that, but then you see it keeps wanting to dig up and further and dig up and further. And remember, we are in the month of August, and August is when the FUCKERY goes down. That's when you see a lot of market manipulation. You see a lot of short grabbing, a lot of short, like stop runs and things like that. So you do have to kind of protect yourself in situations like that. But I think we just got our ping. We'll just wait for this. Yeah, we're good now. I'm going to enter this trade. Okay. Let's see here. Create order, market. Okay. And then this trade. So yeah, the ideal entry was right at structure. I could have taken a little bit more risky of a trade on that and had a bit better RRR. But you know what? This risk to reward is still healthy, and I'm already in profit nicely. This is a I'm gonna have to zoom out to figure this out. Give me a second. Okay, so look at our 30-minute chart here. All right, so this is a 3-to-1 risk to reward. I could have gotten better had I entered sooner, but again, here's the thing about it. you get greedy. The way that these markets mess around, like if you want to wait for a little bit better of an entry, you are going to lose some of that risk to reward. It's just how things work, you know? But fortunately, what we are looking at is a scenario where once I hit, you know, once I hit this first target here at the 272, I can actually take some profit off and move stop to entry. And that's always a very comforting thing to do because basically then you're like in a free trade. So let me fix this a little bit. Okay, good. Yeah, this is gonna be a nice, let me delete that. This is gonna be a nice trade. Should be able to take off all my risk here pretty soon. So let me just set my alarm so we can move on and talk about other stuff. A couple comments. Morning Mav bet. Yeah, Daniel, that's for sure. You know, you can. I mean, look, I'm going to say something. If there are a lot of people who would jump right in at that structure, and in that case, they would have a far more profitable trade, about twice as profitable as what I just did. So here's the thing about it, though. Market's tricky in the summertime. If this was like, you know, October or even late September when there's a lot more liquidity and a lot more volume, I might have just like grabbed it. And what I will do sometimes is I will grab a like a smaller entry. It's kind of what I'm kind of, you know, it's easy to look in retrospect and say, oh, I shoulda, coulda, woulda, but I probably should have like grabbed a smaller entry right at the structure. And sometimes I do that. But I'm just a little more cautious this time of year. It's literally the slowest time of the year, the end of August. And this is when the FUCKE or Y goes down. A lot of messing around, a lot of, like I said, a lot of stop grabs and stuff. So the true entry here was 1.10761. Let me adjust the this here, 6.1, and then we'll see what the true risk to reward was on this. See if still on that super low time frame. And then let me set my alarm for, we'll say TP1, stop to entry. And then I might set some algorithmic, movements here too. So just manage this trade, or at least set up the management. And give myself some alerts. Probably could have had a tighter stop on this. But again, August. It's just how it is. August, beware. Good, alarms are set, and I'm going to take a look at some lower time frame stuff here and see if I can identify some algorithmic exits here. And let me open this up. Yeah, no, it's still looking good. Let's do this. Yeah, that's good. Let's per bar close. Okay, good. Alerts all created. All right, thanks for the patience through that. We got a trade on. That always feels good. Let's move over to Bitcoin and just take a look at what's going on. With that, we got a few minutes yet left. In fact, we're a little bit over. So that, let me see here. Okay, so we're in a low time frame. Looks like the market might be catching itself at that 60,000 level and bouncing back up. So I know a lot of people were worried, as was not worried, but I was just forecasting a possible, like, pretty brutal move down to as low as the 40,000 range. But for the moment, just for the moment, it looks like the market is catching itself and it may not make that move down. And there are many who feel that a move down to 40,000-ish at this time is not realistic, or at least low probability. I personally think that it's possible still. I mean, anything is possible, but it would make some sense to do another leg down, but we might be done with with those kind of nasty moves as well. So I'll redo my long consolidation. For the moment, though, it does appear that the bulls are stepping in enough to keep price from diving too deep. And if we're to zoom in right here, the consolidation with which we should be concerned, trying to stay above, is going to be this one right now, low time frame. So we definitely want to stay above $60,000. That's kind of a key psychological and structural level. But near term, staying above 57,500 is also key. And we'll do a quick look at liquidity and flop over to the what do you call it? To the private live lab. In fact, I'm going to get that set up right now while the wheel is spinning. Nice. Got some free credits. Kingfisher.io, great for looking at liquidity. And I'm just going to let the liquidity screen come up so y'all can see it, and then I'm going to flip over to the private live lab. So appreciate the patience today. Yeah, liquidity above and below price. So in fact, the liquidity is pretty, there's not liquidity downside until like 50,000. That's a deep dive right there, right? For considering the market where it is right now, the lack of volatility, the 50,000 level is pretty deep. So I'm not sure I'd worry so much about that. Let's see, daily looks like it's, like I said, it's catching for now. So up or down, I'm a little flat. I'm gonna be honest with you, a little flat on Bitcoin. Not really seeing a strong direction. So it's going to be playing it level by level, and I'm going to dig in to in the private live lab, give some deeper ideas on what I think is going on. So thanks for joining and kind of watching me take a trade, so you get to see the mechanics of how that can go, right? Just, watching to make sure you take you get the proper entry on that. That's actually a key lesson. And zap QR code right hand corner, top right hand corner, or go to algofactory.tech. We help people become traders. We teach them how to build their own trading method. And that's what's key. You got a lot of channels out there. Follow my trades, whatever, signal channels, use my method, this, that, and that. They're all they're not all scams, but there's a lot of scams out there. And the problem is that unless you're using your own method, there's a very high probability you will not succeed. I've seen a lot of people go through signal channels and they just stop using them after a while because they go through a losing streak and their trading psychology is not good. And we have, I think, the top trading psychology as far as the methodology of getting your trading psychology down, which is the number one reason people lose. We have the top shit, and we are able to help you build an algorithm that, should you want to get on the path to actually making it trade for you, so you can go away from the computer and it trades for you, we can help you get on the path to creating that one as well. So algofactory.tech, trade your job, upgrade your life, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye.
Join us or die.